Let's take a look at how to do algorithm type problems in Angel. I got assignments here, and I've worked on some already. Here's one for standard deviation. So let me bring that up. And this is one I've created, so let me go into it. And not saying this is the shortest way, but it'll probably kind of give you an idea. And up here I say find the sample standard deviation of the following numbers, and then I have the what's called variable names, and they got curly brackets around them. You see there. So x1, x2, x3, x4, so on, and looks like through x10. Then down here I've declared those variables. X1, X2, and you see I go from 20 to 300 with 0 decimal places, continuous range. This will pull a random number. So, and all these are the same, 20 through 300. Down here, I got a variable called mean, and that's where I add these 10 numbers together and I divide by 10. And then I got SX1, SX2, so forth. Well, I take my this is x1 minus the mean times x1 minus the mean, so x1 minus the mean squared. You can actually do powers on this. It's just easier for me to do it that way. And then to figure the standard deviation, I do the square root of those added together, divided by, and say I've hard-coded 10 minus 1. Then down here I say the answer is the value of SD, evaluate using numeric with rounding, 2 decimal places. Now if I show you this now, where's preview? There's preview. If I click preview, so that comes up these numbers, 63, 28, whatever. Then do preview again, 241, 29. Comes up with different numbers each time. And then it would allow me to calculate this and then compare the answer. And it works pretty good. But let's take a look at, go back one more. I'm going to add an assessment in here. And then I'll say add the question. And I'm going to go into algorithm here. And I don't know, give it point value here. And it tells you right here, use the braces, the curly brackets around variable name. So I want to evaluate the square root of, and I'm going to do A times, actually we just do C. There we go. So down here I'm going to have A continuous, and it's going to be 2 through 7. Then I click add 1, and then I'll put B in, and it's going to be 2 through 5. And then down here, we're going to have C. That's going to equal to A times B. Now we also need another answer, or another one. I'll say that's answer. And what I want to put in here, it won't let me do it, but what I want to put in here is I'd like to put, if I have A times B inside of the parentheses, and A and B are just random numbers, then my answer should be A square root of B, like that. And then say the answer, evaluate using equals, that would be right. And I'll click save. And it tells me there's an error on the page. It does not like when the formula is going to be an error cause formula. Could be because ask the meaning of a square root b. Now, of course, I didn't put curly brackets there, did I? But it still will give us an error. Let me do a times square root of b. Now let me run it. And well, let me do that again. Okay, so this should be 9 and 9 times 5, 3. Square root of, I can actually simplify radicals, square root of 5. But now if I do show hide answers, see it tells me answer is 7. So it's not quite like you might think. That's what I'd like it to do, but again, well, I guess it didn't give us an error, but it just didn't work. It struggles when you have something like that. Now you do have an equation editor in here. See this HTML editor here, and I can come here and I can put an equation in here. So I can insert an equation. But then for our answer down here, there's no way to insert an equation down here, or at least one I haven't found to where it actually compare it. Like right here. Let's see, evaluate, and where's my equation editor? Insert equation. Well, that's assuming it would even work here. Okay, well, forget that. It just doesn't work like it should. Now I've talked to distance learning, and there's no way to concatenate it together, because if I could concatenate together, I could do it. Concatenate and put it together. You know, I could have the value of a and put it right next to the square root, and then have b in there. I'll go ahead and that's not going to work, so I'll go ahead and cancel that. Now let me show it in MyMathLab. And I'll go into one of these. I was playing with this one earlier. And control panel, homework test manager. And I come up here to the create button, and I want to create custom question. And I'll click create new. And I'll start with an empty template, click next. And choose top, bottom. Question will go in top, answer will go in the bottom. And up here in the problem statement area, I'm going to type find, and here's where we're going to put the square root. But I'm going to come up here and I'll click show algorithmic value list. And I'm going to click add. And I'll put a in here. It's an integer. It's going to be greater than or equal to, I'll click over here and put 2. And I'll do this drop down, and it'll be less than or equal to, I don't know, 7. I forget what I used over in the in Angel. And no decimal places. Next, and I'll click save. Okay, so that's A. And now I want to do B, so I'm going to click add, and I'll put B in here. And it's going to be greater than or equal to 2, and it'll be less than or equal to 11. And then down here, I'll specifically say final value must be a prime number. Click next and click save. You can put a note there if you want. And then I want my what's inside of the square root to be C, so let me click add. And I'll put this as C. And this is going to be equal to, and then I can come over here, I can right click and say editing options, and you can say algorithmic values and choose A, or you can just simply put a tilde A before it. Times tilde A times tilde B. The asterisk is multiplication. And then I'll click next, click save. Okay, so we'll come back to that. But so then here I'm going to say find, and I'm going to right click on it and say editing options. And I can say insert object, and I can choose different ones here. You can choose equation editor, or I could just simply click the equation editor over here. And I want to choose this one. I want to choose the square root. And here I need to put my tilde C. And click OK. And you see that it has square root of 8. Well, if I click regenerate algorithmic values, square root of 63, 48, 28. 28, of course, is 2 times 2 times 7. Okay, choose the easy one. This is 6 times 6 times 2. So basically, we're developing a problem where we can bring out a pair of numbers as a single number. And you can say show algorithmic value names to have it show that, or not. So then down here to our answer. I'll say your answer. I'll do a colon. And come down here and click short answer. And click, there's a next here, but I could click just the step 1 over here. And it says accept any unsimplified or simplified, accept only exact answers you define. A lot of different options. The answer is text, which you can't do in Angel. I'll say accept only the exact answer. And then this is where we define our answers. So I come down here, I can click in here, and then right click and say editing options. And we can trying to think where the square root is. No, I don't want that. I don't do this a whole lot. Editing options. So maybe I'll just click here and I'm probably looking right at it. Simple. Square root. There it is. Helps if I actually look. And I had a times b, so my answer would be tilde a, and then square root, and tilde b. And then click next, and a lot of different options you can do here. Click next, and click save. And you see that we got square root of 72, and the answer is that. If I click that, oops, this one, regenerate, then it'll go through and give us our answer. There it is, preview exercise. So if I click that, it'll load up here. And give us a problem. This has to divisible by 7, isn't it? 7 times 21, so I guess that'd be 7 comes out, and square root of 3. So I click square root here, and put 3 in, and say check answer, and I got it right. Now each time I do this, it algorithmically changes the numbers. So this works so nice compared to Angel. Angel's clunky. It just does not work well with math. Anyway, I wanted to show the differences between creating algorithmic problems in Angel versus MyMathLab. So you have that for comparison. This MyMathLab has if-then capability. It has functions. You can create functions. You can just tons of different things you can do with it.